So that's what I was trying to tell you yesterday, that uh,
Laziness creates something special or unique.
yeah, uh, you have to. There is a tendency of mind that it is afraid of being lazy. It
Yeah.
is afraid to be in a complete naturalness, to have a trust in your nature. That I feel so today, and I just completely allow myself to be in that state. So the constricted mind is kind of blocking this kind of attitude, and because of that you are completely out of your wisdom, which comes from uh, uh, just being, just following yourself and your feelings.
Yeah, something is naturally in you,
Mm-hmm.
and you just resist that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You resist that.
you resist that. You resist because there is a lot of voices from the
Yeah,
parents and from
yeah,
society,
yeah.
and they give you advices to direct your life in certain directions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have many ideas that I have to go in this direction, in that direction, and
I should be that. Should
yes,
be.
I should be this and that. But you feel that you will not be happy if you go in these forced ways,
Mm,
which is artificial for you.
mm,
And there is a resistance. And if you are a spiritual seeker and you have a certain connection with yourself, it is so obvious for you that you don't want to participate in that. But then you're a loser, you know. In the ways of the society, then you are a complete loss and you are mad and you are a loser. And
mm,
there is one part that doesn't want to be that. And this is
mm,
painful also, you
mm,
know.
mm, mm,
This is very painful, and you can be loser in the eyes of your own mother and father,
mm,
or family members and relatives and the
mm,
neighbors and all of that. So you don't want to be that. You don't want to be casted away, and you don't want other people to think about that you are a loser, that you are mad, that you are wasting your life, you're not earning much money, you
mm.
are not become rich and famous and living
There's a lot of
American
boxes.
dream
Mm,
life,
mm,
you know.
mm. And there's a lot of boxes.
Hmm.
Your father's box, your mother's box, your neighbor's box, that you put yourself into that.
Yeah,
And multiple boxes. Your girlfriend's box,
yeah, yeah,
your friend's box. That's all
sure.
about the perspectives of others about you.
Yeah, and that's what makes hard to follow the heart,
Yeah, to
and
listen.
to listen to heart. And this teaching, these teachings we hear it all the time in the modern spirituality. Follow your heart, not your mind. And it's sometimes very vague ideas that and people completely misinterpret what does it means,
Mm,
and what is it, desire,
mm,
is it obsession, is it passion, what it is to follow your heart.
yeah, it's
And
hard to find that.
it's hard to find that, but this is it.
Mm,
The thing that you feel that you don't want to work today,
yeah,
this is your heart, and it ruins your life. You think like that it will ruin your life, but this is what your heart says to you, and it is absolutely hard and sometimes almost impossible to listen to this heart because you don't know the results
yeah. Mm.
of it.
But we think that what is right, what our heart says right now, is not right because we have so much things to do,
Hmm.
life to work, to get money, to be a good girl,
Yeah,
good boy.
yeah. We have to kind of maintain our social status and our social image. And we waste a whole lot of energy and time for that.
Mm.
And you see, that's why people don't never achieve Buddhahood.
Mm.
This is the problem, you see, because at some point you come to this edge of freedom where you need a leap of faith into the unknown. You
Mm.
know,
Mm.
there is just a leap of faith, and you need to have a courage,
Mm.
great guts,
Mm.
um, great spiritual balls to make this jump,
Mm.
and to risk everything for awareness, like Osho said once.
Mm.
Risk everything for awareness.
Mm. And if you don't know your heart, you can know yourself.
No way.
No way.
There's no way.
If I'm not listening my heart, I'm not myself.
Yeah. You don't love yourself.
I'm not love
You
myself.
don't accept yourself. You're not familiar to yourself. You don't value yourself. You deny yourself, indeed.
But when want is not something that I want, it's not from love and it's from hate.
What?
When I want something,
Mhm.
it's not from the emotion, the love emotion. It's
Mhm.
from hate.
Oh, okay.
I should follow that.
Mm.
What about?
Sometimes,
Mm,
sometimes this hate is also natural, and
mm,
it carries the 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 seeds of spiritual growth. For example, you feel a hate towards maybe society or some convictions or some rules or
mm,
maybe family or something,
mm,
but this hate is progression on the way. It is necessary. It will not stay in hate. You will not stay. This is important that you should not stay in hate. You need hate in order to come out from your past conditioning that you
mm,
identify that it did not serve you anymore, and you need some emotion,
mm,
some hard emotion like anger or hate,
mm.
to let go of certain things because they have some power and energy of this emotion, you see.
Yeah, it means that I need hate to awaken. Sometimes I need
Sometimes
hate
this
to
is the
awake.
way you know how to get rid of your contractions,
Mm,
that you
mm,
need to hate your contractions at first. If it is natural for you to follow this pattern, so in these cases, it helps.
mm,
And this is the thing of the wholeness of the psyche and
mm.
totality of being, that everything is useful that is happening in your psyche. Nothing is not useful, and nothing is to be banned or prohibited.
But it's not feel right when I just blame myself when I am
Mm,
when I hate, when I um, when I want to lie,
mm,
when I want to cheat,
mhm. Yeah.
and when I
So
want to cheat, it's from my heart or
no, no.
no?
The thing is that there is other anger or
Mm-hmm.
other aggression that comes from not from authentic self,
It's interesting.
but from conditioned identity,
Mm-hmm.
which is not natural and
Mm-hmm.
which is fictional, and it is the reaction of your fictional self.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it is coming from, then it is in religions it's considered as a sin, you know.
Mm. Mm.
It's not right, completely right. You are not truly angry, you know.
Mm.
If you would be truly angry, then there is no problem. But you are, it's a fake anger, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, you are a Christian and you get angry about Muslims.
Yeah.
So this is a conditioned anger
Mm.
because your Christianity is learned things. It's based on your conceptual mind about ideologies. So your hate is not natural. It is not real. Yeah. So it is coming from a tainted ground. It's not real thing. So uh, whereas if you have this anger towards your conditioning, for
Mm-hmm.
example,
Mm-hmm.
or the conditioning of the society or
Mm-hmm.
political conditions or something, you know, and you see the unconsciousness, you know, acting out in these ways in
Mm-hmm.
yourself and in
Mm-hmm.
other people, and you are angry of unconsciousness, it may carry the seeds of awakening in that case. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the, you know, Buddhists call it motivation. What is the true motive?
Mm-hmm.
What is the true motivation? What motivates you on a deeper level?
Mm-hmm.
So if the motivation is ego grasping, then it is not useful at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if it leads to greater awakening, then there's no problem. So
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Wow. And what about the true self?
True self,
Mm.
you know, there is a separation of, you know, conceptual separation between the awareness
Mm.
and the aspect of awareness which is called in magic true will,
Mm.
which is a willpower that streams out of your true being, which
Mm.
is empty luminous awareness.
Mm.
And this will has kind of desire, but it's not desire, it's will. It's
Mm.
different from it. It's
Mm.
natural tendency
Mm.
to do something that is enjoyable
Mm.
for you.
Mm.
And somehow, if you follow the tendency, it is seen later that it was beneficial for other beings also. You know,
Mm.
it comes from the natural ground and flows as a beneficial activities to other people.
Mm.
So there is a kind of two aspects of your true self, so to speak. There is
Mm.
an unborn awareness, which is kind of witness, you know, sometimes they call it.
Mm.
But and the other aspect is the energy side of this awareness, which is a
Mm.
true will, Shakti aspect, you know,
Shakti.
yeah,
Mm.
that wants to act, that wants to create,
Mm.
and it is an unlimited. You know, there is two kinds of actions.
Mm.
There is action that binds you,
Mm.
and there is an action that liberates you and
Mm.
others.
Mm.
So
Mm.
there are actions that create more samsara in your mind,
Mm.
more conditioning and constriction. And there is an activity that is completely harmless, which is just a joyous manifestation of playfulness, of dynamic energy of your soul.
Mm.
And it does not attach you. You know,
Mm.
you are in this world, but you do some things, but you are not expecting certain results. You are not thinking about the outcomes of these results. You're
Yeah.
just happy doing thing like kids are playing, you know, and
Mm.
they are just happy because they are playing. They don't mind the result, you know.
Mm.
That's also karma yoga, what they call.
Mm. And expectations kind of kill the creativity.
Yeah,
It really kills.
Yes, because this goal-oriented mind is activated. You see?
And when you said that when we create, we don't create. I am not creating
Mm-hmm.
something using me to create.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm.
Yeah, you can call it God,
Mm.
God consciousness, you can call it awareness. The thing is that there is no egoic doer, there is no solid identity that needs it to earn money, to get famous, you
Yeah.
know. There is just a pleasure of playing,
Mm.
pleasure of acting, you know. There is no purpose for that. There is just purposeless play. And this is the divine play, actually. Now,
Yeah.
Leela, they call it in Hindu traditions.
I know that, Lila.
So this is the Krishna's how Krishna plays, you know, and how enlightened beings manifest. They don't manifest for to gain prestige and power and to rule other people's mind and create more followers or something.
Mm.
You know, they just they are just the expression of natural law.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I just was in that state.
Mm-hmm.
I was just playing and enjoying myself, my body. I'm not thinking
Mm-hmm.
about how it looked.
Yes.
I was just um, own it
Mm-hmm.
because I can feeling everything that I want to feel and I'm free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just using my body how I want to use it.
Yeah.
How I
Yes.
want to sit, how I want to eat, but then we lose it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
future comes in
Mm.
and responsibilities comes in.
Mm.
You know, we have to think about our earnings, income, family and stuff and how to take care of all these things. And this aspect of mind becomes so much dominant and prominent um, that we lost this, you know, heaven-like spontaneity.
And imagine when someone don't tell you that you are I'm Salome.
Mm-hmm.
It means that uh, I will not identify myself to this being who called Salome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Shivo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and beside that,
Mm-hmm.
without everything, without your name
Yeah.
or your location,
Mm-hmm.
who you are,
Ineffable,
who you are.
ineffable reality,
Mm.
ineffable, unutterable mystery you are. In fact,
Mm.
you know, this word mystery is used in mystical traditions because it is not in the realm of conditioned mind.
Mm.
You know, conditioned mind knows things, but then who you are beyond all of that,
Mm.
it is something beyond your conditioned intellect.
Mm.
So what is left is pure mystery, really, unconditioned awareness,
Nothing.
nothing,
Yeah.
luminous nothingness. Yeah, luminous nothing.
Nothing.
I like this word, luminous. Um, it means shiny nothingness. You know, it shines with the rays of awareness. It's not black hole nothingness.
It's not emptiness.
It's not completely emptiness. It is empty. It is empty of presence of identity. But at the same time, it is a presence of emptiness. There is not only emptiness, there is a presence of this emptiness.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
It is, though on the other side of the coin, it is absence of identity,
Mm.
and this is also emptiness, empty of self-existing identity.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it is also absence of absence. Yeah,
Wow.
which would be like vacuum or something like that.
Mm.
It's also absence of absence. It is something also, you know. But there is no way to describe it or no way to utter it, no way to comprehend it.
And
It can be
yeah.
experienced.
And when you are meditating and you are doing Dzogchen,
Yeah.
and you are feeling that,
Mm-hmm.
you are in that state.
Yeah. The thing is that, see, this pristine awareness is always present now, even when your conditioned mind is working. On a backstage, it is always there, just your attention moves, and your attention is attached to the conditioned thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, where it has happening, this
Mm-hmm.
thinking, this conditioned mind and emotion and whole body-mind phenomena, you know, you find it is the expression of your awareness,
Mm-hmm.
which is always there.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Dzogchen, the term non-meditation is used because there is nothing to meditate upon, you know, it is already here.
Mm-hmm.
And to rest in the natural clarity of your mind is the uh, meditation in Dzogchen.
Wow, and okay, this is our natural mind.
Yes,
Nature of our
yes. In Zen tradition of the Buddhism, they call beginner's mind.
mind.
It's a mind that is always beginner, you know.
Mm.
Our conditioned mind is expert.
Mm.
It is advanced mind, you know, expert mind. He knows things and is expert in sense that he does some expertise in various fields, you know, and topics. But it's not about that. Buddhahood is not about being an expert.
Mm-hmm.
One can be completely uneducated.
Yeah.
There was certain masters and yogis that were completely uneducated. It's not about being expert, it's about recognizing beginner's mind that is previous to any thought and experience.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So once one familiarizes himself to this kind of this primordial mind and fully establish himself there, you know, that's what realization is called. Then one is not attached to the identity and false play of illusions that are created by conditioned
And it
mind.
means that there is nothing to reach. Or
There is something to reach.
mm-hmm.
The something to reach is exhaustion of all phenomena,
Mm-hmm.
which means that the basic space not to be tainted anymore by thoughts and emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Though thoughts and emotions continue,
Mm-hmm.
so there is no collapse
Mm-hmm.
in your functioning in this world as a human being. So you still experience this life and you live naturally and you have thoughts and emotions, but they don't cover the natural reality which is beyond conceptual mind.
Mm-hmm.
And this level is to be reached. This is called
Well, it
realization.
means that the condition that is in my mind at this moment about the emotions and the thinking process that I'm just experiencing, it means that I'm I I'm not trying to change it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of the hate or the negative thinking.
Yes.
And I can still feel that state.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So in the Dzogchen and Mahamudra, non-dual contemplative traditions, one is encouraged to leave everything as it is, because the change in your mask, change in your makeup will not make you enlightened. Obviously you can have more beautiful makeup, but it is still makeup. It is not your face. Your face is beyond the makeup, right?
Yeah.
So it is recognizing your true face beyond the makeup, even though makeup can remain the same. Of course, makeup can be changed, if you want, if one decides to, if it's more beneficial for the beings. Because from that state, they say that natural compassion arises from this great nothingness, which is luminous. The aspect of this luminosity, of this ground consciousness, is the compassion. So it creates a certain makeup according to each individual. This is the Buddha field. Yeah, because one is no more identified with one form or another and don't hold it all the time, but it becomes changed, according to circumstances and situations. So it benefits each being, through the omniscience of the mind, in complete enlightenment they call it omniscience, all-knowing power of the mind. And this is, spontaneous um, spontaneous uh, spontaneous wisdom that arises, Lundrup, spontaneous wisdom. It comes in the situation what is needed. Just you didn't know it before. It's obvious now and now and now and now. And it's continuous wisdom that is sprouting from your wisdom mind. Yeah.
And it stays with you or not? That spontaneous wisdom.
The Buddhahood is that it stays. There is no seed of falling back into samsaric mind. That's the true Buddhahood. Until that, we're just practitioners. The Buddhahood is, always with us as our pristine awareness, but it is tainted by our conditioned self. And if and there will be no much benefit if one does not come out of this conditioning of the conditioned self. If one stays idiot on outer level and harms people, there should be something beneficial in enlightenment. And there is, but this is the transformation of kleshas, five afflictive emotion and other stuff.
Okay.